Yeah. So being able to box him in, or you can even if you're quick enough on your trigger finger, you can get your static storm off before he gets his RP completed because there's a little bit of a wind up for that one. The static storm comes off instantly. Depends how quick you are though. But we talked about positional ones that are pretty good pair with the Ogre Magi. Sven is one that comes to mind. Medusa is another one. Gyrocopter is pretty popular, but that one has already been banned out. So I'd again like to see the Medusa. Monkey King would be pretty good with a Diffusal Blade up against Medusa, but the question is if Infamous wants to take this light, which you do a lot of time with Medusa,
It's gonna
and
be
if you want to
Jug.
play
Yeah.
against Mars, yeah, they end up grabbing the Juggernaut, like you said. You're not a very big fan of this hero, so I'm surprised you've been advocating for it these last two games.
It's one of those things where it is still one of the better safe lane matchups into the Mars. It's good
Hmm.
against the Monkey King, Rubik, and Disruptor. Like it is good against all of these heroes. And you have the Ogre Magi to give him Bloodlust and the Magnus to give him the Empower. So it ends up making this Jug a lot stronger in the scope of this game. So I think this the Jug here is very, very, very good. As much as I
Right.
like
All
am
he
not a
needs
big
is
fan of the hero, I think it's a very good Jug game.
extra attack speed, extra damage, and cleave in order to buff him up, and then he's legitimate carry in your eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, Jug is just one of those heroes I'm just like so tired of. Like he's been the most quintessential and like carry in Dota 2 for like 15 years.
Hmm. Well, he's the masked face of the game, right?
Yep.
Uh, every picture of Dota 2 has got a Juggernaut on the front of it,
Hmm.
so it makes sense that he's always somewhat pickable. I'm a big
Here,
fan of him just because he's a samurai.
coming from the Western Samurai, I like it.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
see the Queen of Pain, the Lesh banned out here, and Infamous. They're gonna go ahead and ban out the Bat Rider. They don't have a BKB piercing disable now on the side of Hokori. Obviously, that would have been something they would have loved to pick up here to deal with the Juggernaut. But the question is, how many are left in the game? Right? There's no Beastmaster. There's no Bat Rider. You can't go for something like a Bane or a Tusk here. So
Mhm.
I don't know.
Hmm. Bane, Tusk, not great. I mean, both sides are probably going to pick up another core. You've got Rubik and Disruptor on one side. You've got Dark Willow and Ogre Magi on the other.
Yeah, we're looking for the
Uh,
mid laners.
yeah. Well, get rid of Ember Spirit and Bat Rider on that side. Queen of Pain and Leshrac on the other. I mean, if you plan on running this Monkey King in the safe lane, you could just run a Death Prophet mid up against the Magnus. That would be a solid pickup here on Hikori. You have a little bit more tower damage with that one. But your strategy to defend towers last game didn't go amazing, and I think once again the early game you lack a little bit of damage in your team fight. You need something that'll bring that early team fight, and you banned out the Queen of Pain and the Leshrac yourself, which I think would have been decent picks.
Yeah.
So
I think the Magus is mostly going to be played offlane by Sacred. I think we're looking for Sumum's hero and KXY's hero here. And giving Sumum last pick into KXY is just so strong. Like he knows he's going to have a better matchup. They banned out his Ember Spirit, which is one of his best. It's just there's not a lot of heroes in the pool. You could go for the Kunkka again, but you could just get straight countered. They're going to grab the Doom. Okay, there's your BKB piercing disable. Not what I was expecting, but it works out really well. And this could just be KXY Mars, and we're going to be seeing Vitali on the Doom, which is something we see a lot from KXY. He was one of the people that used to run Mars mid actually pretty often. So,
yeah, we see it in the South American region a lot as well. People just flex this Mars into the mid lane, uh, which is fair enough. I'm not crazy about the Doom here though, but you banned out all the super big DP has mids that you could pick up here, and I wouldn't be surprised if you just pick up a Kunkka at this point. But Magnus is more likely to play in the mid lane, and they need something else for the off lane here.
do you think so? I think it's mid lane. It's going to be the Kunkka. Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. I was like, I think they just actually go Kunkka in the mid lane. Like, what do you have these two really strong frontline heroes. Um, this Halberd is going to be as strong as ever against the Monkey
Mhm.
King. And he
Yeah,
doesn't really
I
care
think
about getting doomed on Kunkka.
I think if you take it on the Juggernaut very quickly in these team fights, they become pretty easy for Hokori. If you just doom him out, then Kunkka and the Magnus are going to fall off. If you build your Magnus like a right clicker DPS, and your Kunkka, you don't go for that like straight BKB Heaven's Halberd build that we saw last time. it'll be a little bit easier. But if they put all their eggs in the Juggernaut basket, I think Hokori will do a decent job at shutting him down and using the rest of the heroes to pick off the rest of the team. So I want to believe in Hokori so much. I want to believe in El Misho, but I think Infamous is too good to fall for all the eggs in the Juggernaut basket. I don't know. I'll put my faith in Hokori again, uh, because I love El Misho and I'm a biased caster. But players wise, I think Infamous is
I
going to
love the
win.
honesty, Neff. I love the honesty.
Yeah.
I think this Jug is just gonna have the freest game. It is not going to like crush the Doom lane by any means. Like Doom will still farm pretty well. Like he's gonna do just the Devour build into a Midas most likely, which is what we've seen out of a lot of Doom bringers. But the issue you have is like at late game, you like going Refresher Doom doesn't do anything for you here. Like it really doesn't. Your only Doom target is basically the Juggernaut. Kunkka and Magnus have completely free games, and these heroes are so good against the Monkey King. Like you can just get RP'd, controlled up, even through BKB, and then they can either disengage or kite this hero around. I don't see the fights going the way of Hokori here once the BKBs come out from Infamous.
Yeah, once the BKBs are out, the game becomes incredibly difficult. You're right. I'm God.
You can't
Maybe
switch, Neff. Nope. We're about to. There's no change and there's no swap in here.
It's too late for my bias ass to
It is.
change. All right.
You're gonna
eat shit by the end of today.
Dude, look at this little kitty cat riding on the back of this owl. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Did they fix the error, by the way?
Probably
they did.
Did it?
They did. It was the OD courier that was having issues before. We can see it properly now.
No, it was Disruptor's courier. Maybe it's on rotation, so it's a different courier. Because, you know, a lot of people just have couriers on rotation.
But I know that it fixed itself as the game went on because only the walking version had the error. The flying version didn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
kind of cool.
I was paying close attention to that one.
This one's basically Ratatouille in a shoe. I don't know.
We're not allowed to. Are we allowed to say that name?
Dude, Ratatouille, absolutely. It's just a name of a dish.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Can't trademark a dish.
You can't. Hopefully not. BTS, I apologize if you can.
Don't quote me on that one.
Shout out to a great movie though. Big engagement here at the top. Rune, Ignite, plus the Blade Fury. You do some work here against Vitaly, and he is gonna pop. Is he dead? He's not dead. Wait, Affliction? Okay, there's some interesting targeting going on here. He's got to Ignite up in 1 second. If he can get the vision, he does. Gonna try and chase the Doom here. Meanwhile, Jug on the run from KXY. One more auto attack. He gets the first blood on Mars. Okay.
He's a faker, but you can't fake being that good. Let me tell you.
I thought they were just gonna like turn around and kill the Doom. Like they could have just like killed Doom and then probably just died on Jug after getting first blood and just come back to lane. But
the issue is that Doom has too much armor. Do you see his 5 armor that he's got?
There's a lot of armor. A lot more than he used to have. Remember this guy had 0 armor?
Yeah.
Those were the days. Speaking of which, Ogre just trying to run him down, but he's pretty fast. He's got an early Wind Lace, and Scorched Earth makes him pretty quick, so not an easy kill. He'll just salve himself back up, and you've gone through a lot of mana on Ogre now. Nice creep drag by Affliction there. That is sick.
Yeah. I mean, Amisha was trying to drag it as well and block this small camp at the same time, but he messed that one up, which is very much unlike him. But he was forced to meet the wave over there, so they couldn't get the big camp spawn. So doing his best. But Doom has to be a little bit careful at this point because he's all out of HP regen already. He's forced to send himself out tangos himself. He's sending himself out more tangos as well. So that's gonna be the first trip of his career. Over here in the mid lane, KXY against Kunkka. You can have a pretty significant advantage here on the Mars, just due to the fact that you got that first blood. He's a couple more last hits over the Kunkka now as well. Already have his bottle in inventory and sitting on 500 gold as well. So This is going to be such an easy lane for you.
It really is. I mean, I've seen KXY like really crush people on this mid Mars, and it's actually not a bad matchup into Kunkka. You don't really care all that much. Like a lot of the cleave damage can be mitigated by a single point in the bulwark, if I'm not mistaken. And anytime like this Kunkka comes up for a CS, you just either hit him with the God's Rebuke, spear him into his tower, and get some denies. Like it's pretty solid lane.
Mm-hmm. Well, if they can take advantage of that. I mean, there is a lot of kill potential here, like you mentioned. But nothing going to happen just yet. Not until like you've got 2 points in the Blade Fury. I think at that point Lumiere is able to play a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah. And he's going to have it off of this creep, so 2 points in Blade Fury. You do have to get boots out pretty early on this Jug, which, as we said, being delivered right now, and here's the go. Ogre chops through the tree. Hits him with the Ignite, and great telekinesis by El Misho. Oh, and he yoinks the creep. What a gamer.
This guy's good.
He gives up nothing.
I keep telling everyone El Misho's good. He's the player to watch out for, everybody. Pick this guy up. Well, he's already on the course, so don't pick him up. I'd hate to see his team, you know, shattered. But pick him up next season. All right. Bottom lane, we haven't touched on this one too much. 2 points into the Jingu Mastery down here, so he's able to trade with Sacred if he tries to get on top of him. And again, we talked about this being a potential mid matchup, the Monkey King against the Magnus. Just due to the fact that Monkey King has the 300 attack range, makes it too difficult for Magnus to hit him with the Shockwave and skewer him back into a tower or like further away from Michael. So this becomes a pretty easy lane matchup for the Monkey King. He's gonna be able to CS pretty well down here. Outside of like Magnus trying to out damage him with Empower. Again, as the lane goes on, and he now has boots of speed and Orb of Venom. He's got a little bit of rundown potential.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, the only thing he really has to be careful of is getting skewered through brambles. I mean, I've seen it before, this Magnus Willow lane, and top lane actually telekinesis comes out again, but it might be a little bit too late as Lumiere, he gets the Blade Fury out of Vitali, won't be able to get the kill on Ogre first, so it's going to go the way of El Misho. And this is kind of the expected result with this lane. I mean, the Doom is going to struggle, but he's got boots just sitting at the tower right now. He's going to be able to survive these engagements as the lane goes on. But Juggernaut's going to have a fantastic time farming. Wait, yeah, Doom only has 5 CS.
Dire structures are fortified.
Yes, I'm pretty sure all he's done is devour things. They didn't even get the bonus gold for the last one. Bottom lane, they end up losing Gardic, and Michael looks like he's about to drop as well. 2 more auto attacks. I think he'll finish him off.
He'll bound the strike. Doesn't have the range.
No, yeah, he's going to be fine then. But yeah, like you mentioned, Doom is going to struggle in this lane because you either have enough HP to be able to survive the spin onto you, or you have the movement speeder and escape ability to get away from the Juggernaut. And right before, Doom didn't have either of those things. Now he's got the Cloak Aura from the creeps, so he'll have an extra 10% magic resistance.
And he's got the Boots Windlace with 2 points Scorched Earth, so that extra movement speed's really going to add up. And Affliction just need to be a little bit careful here. Ogre is not nearly as tanky as he used to be, but with Scorched Earth ending, you could try and make a play onto the Doombringer.
I think he'll go for a 3-point and spin before they try to commit onto the Doom.
Okay, yeah.
At the moment, they don't really have the damage, so one more creep, give it to him, and now he's going to feel the ability to be a little bit more aggressive.
Back into the mid lane, we haven't really talked about it in a bit. Oh, well, maybe we're going to see a top lane. Yeah, goes for just the instant TP out El Misho.
Oh, El Misho.
What a flex, honestly. He's like, yeah, he thought.
That's when you dropped the question mark and all. What are you doing? Yeah, that was 100% the correct reaction there to TP away and then cancel as soon as it looks like the Juggernaut has decided to walk away from you.
He's got mana boots too, so he can just keep spamming spells pretty easily.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yep. He might have made a mistake here.
He caught him on the Bramble and the Ignite, so this would be a hard one. Fire Blast does come through, plus the Bloodlust. He's just trying to hobble his way. He denies the bounty. He's actually not dead quite yet, but it is setting up for a beautiful rotation from KXY. The Spear at the arena. Oh, he doesn't get the kill onto Dark Willow. Just barely survives, bottled up even by the Kunkka, and X pull back into another Bramble, and Doom, he's walking in. He's in the one in trouble, forced to Scorch Earth and run away. Kunkka with this Arcane Rune. Finding a big kill there. Backside of the fight, it's going to be a rotation from now, and Gardic, the bottom lane, has now joined the fight as they want to try and bring down the Ogre. Hoof Stomp in from Vitali. And he's going to try and deny himself the creeps, maybe. Nah. He'll just try and run away. Buy as much time as possible.
Radiant's top tower is in
Misho's here as well. Like you said, the entire team is joining the team fight.
Well, space made for Sacred, I suppose, is in the bottom lane. He's getting a lot of CS for this.
I don't know. I think if you're only losing the 2 supports off of that, it's not worth rotating your entire team up there at this point in the game. Sacred's free farming.
Well, unless you find a big kill here mid onto Kunkka. He's stuck inside the Wukong's command. The spear back. They take him down. Now it's worth it. But you were right, 100%. If they don't get anything out of it, it feels really bad to make this rotation on now, but he's top of the net worth now after that engagement.
Yeah, I mean, you find 2 kills, but it's which kills you find is what's important. They didn't manage to get any of the cores, other than that Kunkka just then, but no damage is going to come out of the mid lane off of this one. They TP everyone down to the bottom lane. Sacred's down here.
Doom
find him.
in trouble
He's
top.
have to steer away.
Lemire gets the stomp off, just needs to juke this out in the trees. There is an Omni Slash available if he can get in range and should easily be able to. He's trying to do the good old hide in the corner strat, not going to work. Fire Blast sets up for the Blade Furies. They've been able to just burn him down in bottom lane. Sacred also with the trade, so both offlaners falling.
Yeah, in the bottom lane, he committed a little bit too close to the tower. Oh god, we're not done yet.
We're not.
This fight.
These just non-stop fighting. They will take down the Dark Willow. Rotation on in as Kunkka able to bring down the Mars, but now surrounded by 3 heroes here on Hokori. Misho sniping the invis. Just the good old body blocks. Dude, there has just been non-stop fighting for the last like 2 minutes.
Yep, you love to see it. 8-7 already at only 8 minutes into the game, and they're TPing everyone mid to just keep this fighting going.
I think now just heads bottom, right? He sees Sacred mid. He's just gonna go bottom and farm.
Yeah, I mean he wants to finish up this this Maelstrom. How's he sitting on CS? I mean he's got 4K net worth right now at almost 9 minutes, and he's doing all right for himself.
It's the Juggernaut you got to be careful of, man. This guy is gonna start pulling away. He's got the Yasha. Well, speaking of which, Vitaly, he's got Doom available. If he gets a +1, this Juggernaut can go down to just the Doom and Scorched Earth combo, so does need to be careful there.
In fact, he would die to just Doom, running him down if he's got Scorched Earth and Hoof Stomp, so he's going to TP down the bottom lane. He knew without his Blade Fury, he wouldn't be able to survive that, so he's gone.
Yeah. They're actually rotating multiple heroes down here from Infamous, so they want to go ahead and try and push this tier 1 tower. The Doom's lane has now become a dead lane essentially for the side of Infamous. Like no one can really come up here and contest this. It is very scary. He's got the phase boots. He'll just run you down with that Doom, and it doesn't really matter the hero unless you bring, you know, 2 or 3 to fight him. But they've got objectives on their mind as Infamous will take bottom tier 1 uncontested.
Yeah. And this Doom, he's just trying to play catch up right now. He's gotten 2 points into his Devour, and he's trying to go Midas as his first item to play as fast as possible, but he died multiple times while using his Devour inside the laning stage, so he doesn't have as much farm. He got completely zoned by the Juggernaut as well. Usually you see the Doom farm at like 5k plus at 10 minutes into the game, but he's only sitting at 3.5k.
Misho grabs a level 2 shockwave, but it's gonna be a spear out onto the Juggernaut. Misho though caught by an X Torrent. Setting up for a pretty easy kill here for the side of Infamous.
Drop the healing ward, and they'll turn their eyes to grab this mid-tier 1 alongside, with the help of this catapult, of course. And I don't think they're going to be able to contest this one. Doom would have to rotate in, and I'm not sure he's going to.
They're looking for 2 different heroes here. Gardic caught by an X boat. It's going to connect as the rest of the team just going to be able to rotate on over. Drops the static storm, the kinetic field, big arena in from KXY. It will help take down the Magnus, but you lost the Disruptor. Still a pretty big win as Doom. He's looking for the Doom target, and he's caught the Jug. The mini stun will hold him in place, and a great spear comes out. That's going to be an easy kill onto Lumiere. Now Mars stuck in place. Nice God's Rebuke, but surrounded there by the Willow. She won't be able to finish him off with that Bedlam damage. Affliction on the run, trying to get away from these heroes. Misho with the mana boots, setting up for a nice kill onto Affliction. Monkey King chopped down by the DD rune of Kunkka. He's got a lot more to work with. Misho, stolen Bramble. I think, yeah, they will know that that is his, and Gardic with his rotation in could be able to glimpse him right on top of the Doom, just burning him down with the Scorched Earth. Can they actually finish him off though? Telekinesis back, doesn't land him in the Bramble, but Misho gets him. However, Bedlam back off, cooldown Misho trying to go away from the Dark Willow, but not gonna happen. Michael with a double kill. KXY, he's respawned now. He wants to go ahead and try his fight here. Sacred, he whips the RP. He pushes him away. Lumiere, he's got an Omni Slash. He's going to use it. Drops it onto the Mars. Gardic wants to try and soak some of this with him, but it's not going to happen. All of it is going to be enough to finish off the Mars. Another Blade Fury onto the Disruptor. Neph, how long has this fight been going on for?
2 minutes exactly. They started at the 10-minute mark.
Nice.
I lost count of how many people died there, but it was mostly everybody over the duration of that fight. The Juggernaut ended up going down to the Doom as he approached him, trying to get the Omni Slash off. Unfortunately, he ended up going down first, came back to the fight, and then got his Omni Slash off afterwards. But overall, I'd say that fight probably went the way of Infamous because they're now up got like 2k XP and net worth.
Up 2k XP, but also got the mid tower. Yeah, that's the other thing.
So,
Michael got a lot out of that fight. Ended up getting 3 kills total. So he's up to 7, 2, and 5. He's just going to go for that first item, Blink Dagger, and he's almost got it.
Misho managed to get himself his Aether Lens as well. So he's got Aether on top of Keyed Optic already. So he's going to have such a fun game on this Rubik now. He's going to have his pick for whatever spells he wants to steal. I mean, that God's Rebuke into Sacred coming at him and using the RP was so sick. That was perfectly timed. Pushing him just out of range to be able to get that onto him. And Sacred's probably not feeling too good about himself after that one. He's working on his Blink Dagger now himself, so be able to punish these huge 5v5 engagements. And Lumiere down here in the bottom lane, chipping away at this tier 2 tower. The entire team behind him, so
they don't have fort.
They don't.
Actually
I think he's gonna be able to get this tier 2.
So they smoked on Hokori. They're running bottom, but look at the ward vision planted here by Infamous. They've got all of this these avenues covered. Instead, they just TP in Vitali. That is a big bait by the Kunkka. So they're going to find out here the hard way. Now Hokori, first hero that's going to go down is the Doom without using any of his abilities. Affliction stuck inside the Wukong's command, and yes, you lose the Ogre, but you committed a lot for this. Nice X, though, will save... Wait, whose X is that? Oh, it's Rubik's X. Never mind. Nope. Sacred.
Nice X by Rubik.
Yeah, nice X by Rubik. I was like, wait a minute, why is he not saving him?
Yeah. No, it follows it back. So they lose 2 there. The Ogre match, I dived in a little bit too far. Going behind that tier 1 tower into the tree, or sorry, tier 2 tower into the trees there would have been a little bit much, but Ogre was trying to lead the charge for his team. So they're going to be able to clear out the jungle and hopefully reestablish the vision. This ward over here on the map is going to be a little bit difficult to find, though.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be able to catch that one out. It is just way too deep. So it'll give them vision as the heroes start to rotate onto them.
Oh, they see the smoke in the mid lane. Right under the ward. That's the thing. I mean, they got all these wards down as right as they started moving to the bottom side of the map, just so they could watch for these like rotations and ends up paying dividends. I mean, they see the first gank and now the second one, and Infamous, they might group up and try and position themselves to take the fight anyway.
Well, I think that they want the Blink Dagger done. Well, Magnus actually went back and...
oh, they smoke under a ward. Okay, both teams know KXY sitting here in the front. He will be able to pop the smoke, but Kunkka, he wants to get in vision, doesn't end up finding him, but they will find the Rubik on the low ground. He's gonna go ahead and burn down there as he gets picked up by Affliction on the Ogre.
Yeah. I mean, you give up El Misho. It's not the end of the world. You knew a smoke gank was coming, so he ends up taking that one. Again, not the end of the world. So, looking elsewhere, they're working on a couple big item times before either team is ready to fight. The Kunkka,
Mid lane, yeah. Arena does come out, ends up whiffing it onto the Dark Willow, and Michael's going to be just fine.
They need more initiation items first. I don't think much is going to come of these little skirmishes. But yeah, Doom's working on his BKB. Kunkka's working on his BKB. He did go the armlet instead of the Heaven's Halberd belt, and we talked about this at the start. If you put all your eggs into the Juggernaut basket this game, regardless of the fact that you can power him up with Bloodlust and you can power him up with Empower. If they just Doom him and bring him down these team fights, you don't have anybody else who's able to do damage, then you lose the fight super hard. So Kunkka needs to be able to be like an off carry this game.
Yeah.
If they focus on Juggernaut super hard. So that's what they're going for. But they are working on solutions to the Doom. Like, they've got the mechanism on the Magnus to be able to make sure Lumiere is able to continue to fight while he's doomed up. He's working on Sanj and Yasha. Hopefully he'll get himself a Titan Sliver to reduce the damage of this Doom. Or sorry, the duration of this Doom. Yeah, Sanj and Yasha just completed. So they see what's going to happen in these team fights. They're trying to make the Juggernaut as tanky as possible and give him as much status resistance as possible.
Yeah, and it's a great game for the Aghanim Shard, and he's going for an IF Scotty after that, so he just wants to tank up, be able to survive these Dooms. And like we said, he is kind of the primary Doom target. There's not really anyone else here on the side of Infamous that you feel good about dooming here, besides, like, over the Jug. So,
yeah, I mean, maybe the Magnus before he gets the RP off, but that's going to be his initiation. Like, he jumps in, gets the RP, Kunkka sits in front of the rest of his team, and you never want to doom the Kunkka if this Juggernaut's going to be such a problem.
Fortification's available if they decide to commit it. We'll go ahead and drop it now. Monkey King hiding up in the trees. He jumps forward. They get the glimpse for the vision, and now Juggernaut in a terrible spot. He didn't have the Blade Fury. Doom on the backside. He ends up just getting dropped on the Kunkka. Lumiere able to still survive. Somehow gets the Omni Slash, but a big RP. They managed to catch two. Vitali just in a terrible spot. And this is it. Like, you doom the Kunkka for what? The guy doesn't care. He's so strong.
Yeah, they already committed so much on the Juggernaut, though. They got greedy there. They figured, okay, if we've got the Juggernaut inside the Static Storm, we're going to be able to finish him off with nukes, but he managed to survive that. So there was very heavy punishment for that that greed there. It was the...
Yeah, you got to commit to kill the Jug.
But you got to commit. Yeah, you should have just kept everybody on him and then throw the Doom off onto the Juggernaut afterwards, but they all just walked away from him because they figured he was already dead.
Yeah. I mean, they did a lot of damage. Yeah, they did a lot of damage. The Kinetic Field, the Static Storm inside the Mars Arena, like... He took a lot of damage, but it was just enough to survive, and then he just gets a free Omni Slash and disengage.
Yeah. That was the best case scenario. He ended up wasting his spin in order to get away from the tower.
They've caught the Doom, held in place, and Curse Crown will do quite a bit of damage, but for the moment, it's going to be the Orchid up onto Jug. He's getting crushed. Elmisha with a stolen Blade Fury will be there to find the kill. KXY, Yule sets up a second spear, stuck inside this Wukong's command, and now on the Monkey King, finally showing some strength here, but you've lost the barracks. You're going to be pulled back into an X, into a Bramble.
Battle isn't over yet.
And now without a buyback here on two of your cores, Hokori in a lot of trouble. They will be able to finish off this lane of barracks, and they will just disengage on the side of Infamous. You got the Jug, but it's a costly defense. I mean, not even a defense, really.
A costly forfeiture of your barracks in the bottom lane. I mean, you're going to lose the range barracks eventually. If you already lost the melee, then it's not worth buying back on like the Rubik. So not the end of the world that you continue to lose a little bit more on the way out there. But thankfully, tier 2 towers were still standing. Otherwise, they would have lost to tier 3 there as well. Juggernaut's going to come right back into the fight now.
They actually find a DD rune top here, so they're going to use this to go, and I'm assuming threaten Roche. They want to bottle this up on the Juggernaut. They saw Sumum here sitting close to this, I think in the vision. Okay, so they are going to go smoke. He's going to pop this DD probably and just start on to Roche. They do get the scan up on the high ground, but they don't care. They're going to start it anyway. Speaking of scans, Radiant drops theirs right at the same time, and question is, who are they going to find? It's going to be Gardic. Yules comes out into the Bramble Maze, and just gone so fast. There's just no way to stop the Dark Willow from doing that. And Dark Willow, again, is so farmed. She's as farmed as the Magnus, almost as farmed as the Mars. Michael is crushing it this game.
Yeah, and Doom isn't far enough ahead for how far ahead he should be with Devour being maxed out as one of his first abilities and the Hand of Midas. This guy's just died time and time again. He's essentially become a gold pinata for the heroes on Infamous.
That's cool. I could go for a gold pinata.
Everyone can go for a gold pinata in this patch when neutral creeps aren't worth as much. No snackies or stackies.
I'm fine with stacks being nerfed. I'm all for it. Top lane, Sacred. He's found Vitali. Nice play by him. The X there from Sumum just to make sure that he's not going to get away. That was such a sick blink by him.
But there he goes again. It's death after death right now on the Doom, and that means he's not going to catch up people and farm. He needs to stay alive in order to actually get the bonus gold from this Devour. 2 and 6. And now he's working on his blink there. He finally has his BKB, thankfully, but he is so far behind where he needs to be. Magnus has his blink there completed, like you mentioned. So he's going to be able to land these sick RPs, and these both these teams have been taking such big team fights the entire game. I imagine he's going to land such a huge RP that the game is just going to close out at that point. AK net with advantage here, 21 minutes in. You have the Aegis on the Juggernaut. I don't see what's stopping them from being able to push the high ground here. I mean, maybe they finish up the Eye of Scotty on the Juggernaut first.
I don't
But it
think you
doesn't
have to. I don't think you stop for anything at this point. Like, you kind of just try and bait the Doom on the Jug here. You've got an Aegis. You've got your whole team sitting behind you. I mean, if they want to commit onto the Jug, sure. But the only thing that, like, you would normally be scared of is, like, the Magnus skewering you into the fountain. But he's on the other side. Instead, they're going to go ahead and just commit mid. They find the Monkey King with the break on the trees. What a play by Sacred. And now, no escape goes down without buyback. All right, that was a really sick skewer.
Yeah. Sometimes you just know when you're a gamer, I suppose. The tip comes out to him. Yeah, he deserves it. Sacred. Absolutely insane. Other than missing that one RP that he got gods rebuked away from him. But
That was more of just like a sick play by KXY though too, you know, like,
yeah.
all right, DD gets popped here on the Kunkka.
700 gold away from this IF Scotty, but he's just gonna walk up on the high ground with these 2 ultimate orbs.
Yeah, like nothing can stop him.
Yeah.
You got the RP, you got the blink reinitiation for the Magnus. He's even got a mech on top of it. There is just way too many answers to the side of Hokori right now, and it's only going to get more difficult as the game goes on. I feel like Infamous, yep, there it is, Sacred. He manages to find Gardic. No, he's just barely going to miss on that skewer. Is saving up for the horn toss though, which will make that easier.
Yeah, only 50 gold away. It's a healing ward on Misho.
It is a great ability to have for sure. Will help out a lot. Gardic in some trouble. So is Vitaly. Lumiere, he's got an Omni Slash. He's just gonna throw it. Gardic, oh my god, what a lucky jump there as it ends up soaking everything with the Ghost Scepter. RP did come out onto the Monkey King, and he's gonna get feared outside of the Wukong's command. No, he just barely stays inside, but you get the Mars.
RP's still available.
Wait, it wasn't wait, then what did he get stunned by? Okay, yeah, RP is still available. Sacred wants to go in, but he's got no HP to work with. He's just sitting under a healing ward. The Doom comes out. It catches the Kunkka. The damage, it's gonna be there. I believe the healing ward. Is it enough to keep him alive? It is. You're kidding me. Gonna get glimpsed back, but the RP, there it is. You've just been waiting for it the whole game. Neph, you were right. A stolen one from El Micho, but it doesn't matter. The damage from this Jug is just way too much. Triple kill, triple buyback from Hokori. Lumiere, he's still got the Aegis, but he's just gonna Blade Fury and TP home. Glimpse will find the Ogre. It'll be the sacrificial lamb for the side of Infamous, but the damage is done, man.
Yeah, they forced 3 buybacks. They got the melee racks. The range one will go down eventually, and your last tier 3 is exposed because the tier 2's been taken. That last team fight, there was just no way for them to get it, and he held the RP the entire time, forced him to play so careful there on the heroes on Hokori. The Doom didn't end up accomplishing much either because, again, the healing ward ended up coming out from the Juggernaut. Like, they just got their number. They counter out everything coming in from Hokori perfectly.
El Micho gets the stolen Blade Fury, so he's actually going to survive thanks to that here in the mid lane. Now has this haste room for a little bit longer, but he's looking for Gardic. Juggernaut. I mean, maybe that was... he might have deselected his hero there. I'm not sure. sometimes you like actually click your courier and then like you're not looking at your hero. I don't know. He kind of just walked in and died there. That might have been a little bit of a mistake.
What can you do? What can you do?
Unlucky there for the Disruptor. Lumiere here in the mid lane. El Micho with the counter Blade Fury. Look how slow he is because of the Scotty slow. Ooh, perfect timing on the Aegis. Can they actually bring down the Juggernaut in time? The chain stuns are there, but Lumiere, he's got 10 wand charges. Pops him, trying to disengage, but it's not gonna happen. Vitaly actually takes him down. Jug getting a little bit too cocky there, but the rest of Infamous will be here to help clean things up. Again, buybacks aren't really available.
Yeah, that was beautiful timing there. They tried to play Beyblades there with the Rubik and the Juggernaut, but he ended up getting punished. Losses on the escape ability. And ends up getting taken down. Well timed for that Aegis there. And look to turn things around here.
They try, but Sumo's got the BKB. He does not care about your Blade Fury, sir. Oh, well, he detoggled armlet and died, so that was pretty funny. Unlucky, well, you know, just a lot of good stuff.
All right, this game's getting kind of wacky towards the end of it. Both these teams, I think, are just checked out at this point.
Yeah, they're having a good time, man. I don't, like, the thing was, he was standing inside the fire from the Mars, and he still had tower aggro when he detoggled, so he just instantly died. You know, it's a hard thing to toggle inside of all those things. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably could have just walked away from the tower, but
Probably could have walked away. They're giving us more game time. That's what they're doing here.
yeah.
They didn't want to be a quick best of two. Most of these games, I think, have all gone on to game 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the entire playoff has been full 3-game series so far, but this might be the one to break that precedent. Now top lane does need to be careful. Affliction's looking for him, not going to get there.
I was going into this one today thinking this would be another 3-game series, but Infamous, they have looked incredibly good.
Yeah, they have. I mean, it is just a great Juggernaut game, and you have this like Magnus that just makes it so difficult to play up into this hero. Like if you have Kunkka and Juggernaut on the front line, like this Magnus, you're not gonna be able to just run by these heroes to kill them. Top lane, they find El Micho. He's ended up gonna keep himself alive for the moment thanks to the Shadow Run, but he's just stuck inside the Bramble Maze there.
Yeah, meanwhile on the mid lane, they end up getting the kill off of the Sacred, and looks like they're about to lose Juggernaut as well.
They got them both. That was with Doom. You know,
oh my, the game's not over.
It is not. Hokori, they just blew them apart. That was the Doom target correctly this time. They managed to catch the Jug with it, and then you're just stuck inside the arena with the Wukong's command. I mean, that is a lot of damage from this Monkey King. I was very confused because it was a flying courier there, but
they doomed Kunkka there.
Wait, they doomed Kunkka?
Yep.
Then how did this Jug die?
Juggernaut just got stunned up and silenced by the Static Storm.
Oh.
And he's got no way out of the Static Storm, right?
That is true. All right, we have a game in our hands, neph. An 8K gold lead now. I mean, that cut several thousand off of it just a moment ago. Nice terrorize here in the mid lane. It's going to be able to stun up the Monkey King, and Bedlam comes through. What a sick stomp by Vitali, but it's not going to matter. Infamous out for blood here. They don't want this game to continue. Sacred going to be sent back to base, but a double kill for Michael on the Willow. Affliction stunning down Mars, trying to keep some vision on him. Has the Yules in one, will drop it. This is the support show. Let's be real here. It is Infamous supports. These guys, wait, KXY with a nice Yules blank. He's out.
Oh. Well,
is he out?
He's kind of out. He's playing with his food. But these supports are kind of terrifying. They just ended up getting 2 kills there. Roshan is back up now. Monkey King not responding for another 30 seconds, so he's going to walk into this one. Off that one kill that got into Juggernaut in the mid lane, where he got a little bit too cocky as his age was expiring. I feel like McCoy brought it back off of that one, but getting him down twice here is going to be a little bit too much of a tall order. I think they just need to group up. This is the issue that they had. They got a little bit too silly. Everyone was walking away from each other and having too much fun, but they showed what happened in the mid lane, how Corey punished them pretty hard for messing around, so off of this one, they'll be a little bit more serious, I feel, and they'll clean up this last tier 3 tower, get themselves mega creeps. It's gonna be too hard for them to defend from mega creeps here. They just don't have the wave there.
Yeah, absolutely right. And they are looking, I mean, they jump straight past these heroes, looking for them now in the trees. Whoa! Whoa! Smoke? They're like, he's here somewhere. Where is he? Now he's on the other tree. They don't know. Oh my god. The one tree. The smoke pops again. They're like, guys, what is happening?
Where is he? We gotta get him. We gotta get him.
We gotta find this Monkey King. He's on one of these trees. They drop a ward. They're skewing through all the trees. They can't find him. Oh no. They're pinging him. They're like, guys, come on. Come on. He's gotta be here somewhere.
They don't know. They don't know. They don't know.
It's the one tree. It's the one tree, dude. There's one tree left, guys. He pops about the strike. The Wukong's trying to get the Yules off. They're gonna find him. Monkey King gonna be forced to BKB. Oh my god, what did we just witness? There's the RP. The Static Storm, though, will protect him. Doom comes out onto the Kunkka, but it's gonna be the Omni Slash. He just gets melted. He toyed with them for as long as he could, but he was in a really rough spot, and now Mars gonna fall on the backside here. Infamous, they want to close this one out. They're looking to try and grab the Mega Creeps here. No buyback again. KXY, nice jump in. The spear comes out. Vitali, some damage out onto the Kunkka. I mean, that Infernal Blade does some serious work, and he's got the kill. Mars back into this, but Juggernaut, Lumiere just shredding right through him. That's gonna be a dieback now, looking for Gardic, but turning his attention back towards this melee barracks, and that will be the Mega Creeps. Oh, Michael. All right, this guy, he's feeling himself.
Chase them into the fountain, but they're all stuck back there now, and it won't be long, and there it is. The GG is called, and Infamous, they break the trend. They take the series 2-0, the first one not to go to 3 games here in the playoffs, and outside of some sillier moments in game number 2, they looked incredibly clean in the series today. I gotta say.
I still cannot believe the Monkey King on that tree.
Yeah, that shit was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, these are the moments that we live for here on the Pro Series Season 9. But a great performance from Infamous all around. These guys did so good, taking these 2-0 here tonight. Just honestly a stellar performance from the whole team. There are some standout moments from each player, but it really is. I think they just drafted really well. I think they just knew what Hokori wanted to play, and no issues at all from them.
Yep. It looks like we going to have a loan for a post game interview. We're going to have to hop into the BTS Pro Series 9 Discord for that one, I believe.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
All right.
Thanks for sticking with us, everyone, as we go ahead and try and get this interview with. You said it was going to be alone. Is that correct?
Yeah, Samam. We can ask him how to pronounce his name once we manage to get him in here.
Perfect.
But yeah, amazing performance out of Infamous today. Lumia was absolutely hilarious. The Dooms kept on coming out into the Kunkka though. It made sense towards the end of the game when they had the Aegis and the Juggernaut. You weren't really able to bring him down twice. But the first couple were a little bit odd. Corey had a lot of fight in them though, taking that as the game looked kind of unwinnable after a certain point, managing to bring down like all 3 cores on Infamous while the other supports were playing up in the top lane.
They're
They
just
look
good, man. They're just good.
Mm-hmm. So finally informed that they were inside the group stage again. I'm a little bit disappointed that one of my favorite teams are out of the tournament so early, but they put up a good fight, despite the fact they had some roster issues as the tournament went on. So for anyone tuning in just now, Agoi started the tournament with Analog and RDO as their position 1s and 2s, and unfortunately were forced to use stand-ins for the rest of the tournament as I think Analog and RDO have moved on to other teams.
We should have the interview here shortly for y'all, so definitely don't mind hanging out. We're just waiting for the players to jump in here. We could throw to a quick break if we want, and then come right back. Up to you, Neff. What do you think?
We're just waiting on Alone right now. He just shot me a message back. So it should be just a second here.
All right. I guess I could probably throw up the bracket for those of you that want to see the bracket. That might be something that's pretty useful. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
So we've got the Infamous dropping down to the lower bracket and then beating Hokori here. 4 Zoomers moving forward to play against Thunder Predator, but that doesn't happen until tomorrow. And then coming up next, we have Lava against D2 Hustlers. So we got an NA-SA showdown, which is bound to be a good one.
Correct. Yep. Absolutely. Should be a lot of fun. I mean, Lava has looked incredibly good. Obviously, dropping the series against Thunder Predator yesterday, despite, I believe, winning the series against Thunder Predator earlier in the tournament. So I would really like to see a rematch, but it's going to be difficult. A road ahead of them. Obviously, they have to take down D2 Hustlers. They have to take down Infamous. And then maybe they'll meet Thunder Predator in those lower bracket finals. Otherwise, it would all be they'd have to make it all the way to the grand finals through the Zoomers. So it is a rough road to get that rematch against Thunder Predator, but should be a fun battle either way.
Yep. It looks like Alone is waiting for us. I'm going to drag him in as soon as I get confirmation from him and/or Badger.
Very nice. I'm ready when you are.
All right, I'm going to pull him in then. Alone, welcoming, congratulations, but I think you've got a different name now. I think it's Sumum. You're gonna have to teach us how to pronounce that one.
I think it's Saman.
Sumum?
Yeah, something like that. It's a Peruvian word.
What does it mean? Nothing bad, right? I'm allowed to say this. You're not gonna get me in trouble, right?
I mean, only people with good education knows that. Maybe nobody. Okay. I mean, it's kind of hard. It's like your best moment, like when you're a top one. That's That's mean.
Okay, got it. Well, congratulations on winning today. I was so worried about going into this one because you were playing against Faker because Hokori been changing up who they've been having as stand-ins every single day. But you guys just banned out his Invoker first every single game. You didn't want to give him his best hero.
Yeah, I mean, play against Faker is easy for me because I know him.
Easy for you, yeah.
Yeah, it's like play against, no, I don't know, Dark Mag or
That's a
Gunnar.
little bit harder.
I know them.
hmm
And
I
Faker
see.
is one of the aces.
Yeah, I see you've been playing tons of mid. You were like grinding it out nonstop all TI. You're ranked 9 right now on the leaderboards, even though everyone's come back from Europe to North America. That's got to be difficult right now, being top 10.
Kinda. I mean, the ranks are worse and worse, but I want to up to 11K. Right now I'm 10K,
God damn.
10.2.
10.2?
Yeah.
All right, you'll get up to 11K again, no problem. Should be easy for
Yes,
you, right?
I will.
I believe it. After how you've been playing so far in this tournament, that's definitely doable.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I should ask you about the games though. You were forced to play Kunkka 2 games in a row, which is, a little bit more boring than some other heroes. And I saw game number 1. You kept using X to bring yourself back to base
Oh,
because you were struggling against Alina in lane. Can you explain the logic behind Xing back to base before you went bottle? Were you just
yeah.
trying to stop Lina from getting too far ahead, or what?
After this, Darkmago gonna play better his Kunka.
Mhm,
I mean, I know the matchup against the Queen of Pain and Lina,
mhm,
and I know that I can't rush the ball. I need the speed. So I was I was trying that in 1v1,
mhm,
and it worked. So I tried here, and it was pretty good. I mean, I can't win the lane, the first levels, because Lina hits me so much.
mhm.
So I have to do that, and well, it worked.
Yeah, it did. That was like the only lane I was concerned about, but you ended up pulling ahead by the 10-minute mark, so it worked out great. Ricky,
Yeah.
Alone is my favorite, and he's my guest, and I get to ask him more questions, but I'll let you ask him at least one.
That's
Go
fine.
ahead.
Yeah. Totally acceptable. You guys are, making the run through the lower bracket right now. Your next opponent is either going to be Lava or D2 Hustlers. Now, would you guys prefer one team over the other? I mean, I feel like going against Lava is one of like everyone's like go-to heroes right now. But how do you feel about the situation?
We are excited that we want to play to Lava.
Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
you
want to
want
win them.
you want to play against Lava and beat them? You want to beat the TI team, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. You
I
think you're
don't want
better
to
than them
say
right now?
something bad.
You don't want to
What?
say anything. Okay, I'm not going to say you have to say anything bad though. But do you think
You
you can beat the
see,
TI team?
yeah, I mean, I trust in my team and they play very good, so
Mhm.
I feel comfortable with them. I'm sure we wanna win.
Okay, I'm a big
Even you
Leo
wanna
fan.
see
Yeah.
it at the DPC.
Yeah, DPC is going to be a lot of fun this year. I
It
can't wait to
is,
watch
man.
some of the SA matches. All the teams out of SA, they've all their rosters are locked and they look like they've got their stuff together. And NA is in complete shambles right now. I'm a little
Yeah.
bit worried for North America. Uh, what was my last question that I had for you at the end of game number 2, Simone? They were popping multiple smokes on your team, trying to find the Monkey King in the trees and destroying all the trees. I want to know what the
Yeah.
comms were like when that was happening.
That was
I
so
gotta
weird.
know.
I mean, we was talking. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, no. We
Oh
thought
my
it
god.
was someone invisible or something, and it
yeah.
was the monkey in the trees. We
You
were
Yeah,
guys
the
so
last
cut
tree that you checked.
You guys cut
yeah,
every tree except the one he was on. We were it was hysterical. It was so funny.
yeah, it was so funny.
When did you
We were
realize that it
divided
was
so
the
much.
Monkey King on that one tree?
When he was trying to pop his ultimate and
Yeah.
Affliction stunned him,
Yeah.
then we
Okay.
tried. What the fuck? It was the monkey.
He's still here. What the hell?
Oh my god. So good.
Uh, well, do you have anything that you want to say to anyone before we let you go? As usual, thank you so much for joining us. But anything you want to say to your teammates, your organization? Go ahead. You've got the stage.
um, Pretty much. Thank you for believing me, for trusting me. I'm trying to be better That's why I changed my nick, because I don't feel like I'm the kid immature.
Hmm.
So now I'm growing up. So
Hmm.
nothing much to say.
You're
Thank
not
you.
an alone player anymore. Now you're a team
Yeah,
member. Yeah, yeah, I
yeah,
like it.
yeah.
Very nice. But thank you so much for joining us, Alone, and congratulations, and good luck against your this next
See you
match
next, guys.
against D2
Thank you for the
Hustlers and
interview.
Lava.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Well, Neff, we have now completed our first game of the day, but we've still got another series after this, right? We got a lot more to
Mhm.
do. So, what do you think between Lava and D2 Hustlers? I mean, both these teams incredibly good. I mean, Lava obviously having just come off of TI, they did really well in the group stage here of this tournament. But D2 Hustlers, I mean, these guys pull out some pocket strats. Anything you expect out of this? Is it going to be a quick 2-0, or are we seeing the best? Are we seeing all three here?
You know what? I'm a Team Lava stan, but I'm not sure that they're going to be in top form for this game. I'm with D2 Hustlers. This is like their last ride together. If they do well here, then we could potentially see them play together for the DPC season. So
Well,
D2 Hustlers all the way, baby. Come on, let's go.
all right, everyone. So stay tuned for more. We're going to go to a quick break here before we go to our second series. Again, that's going to be Lava and D2 Hustlers. So we'll see you in a little bit here on the Beyond the Summit. This is the Pro Series, season number 9.